Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling episode of Manchester City versus Arsenal, the never-ending drama. But today we're not talking about the usual suspects, Haaland, De Bruyne, or Saka. Oh no, we're talking about the kid who left Erling Haaland questioning reality, Myles Lewis-Skelly. Yes, the same teenager who got booked before even playing a single minute of Premier League football and then had the audacity to confront a two-time Golden Boot winner. The absolute cheek. Haaland, probably expecting a friendly handshake, instead got a full-on who the F. UCKRU. Confrontation. 5 words that will haunt him forever. Because now the whole world knows exactly who Lewis-Skelly is. And spoiler alert, he's good. Like scary good. 1. Arsenal's next big thing. Arsenal fans have seen this story before, a young left-back with insane potential, a fearless attitude, and the ability to dunk on City in crucial moments. Sound familiar? Yeah, because the last time this happened we got Ashley Cole, and we all know how that turned out. Now Lewis-Skelly isn't just any fullback. He's football intelligence personified. This kid doesn't just play, he orchestrates. One moment, he's shutting down wingers like a Premier League bouncer. The next, he's bursting forward like a midfielder who drank 3 Red Bulls. And the craziest part, left back might not even be his best position. He's like a Swiss Army knife, versatile, sharp, and ready to cut through defenses at a moment's notice. But what really makes him stand out is his confidence. This isn't a player who's just happy to be here. He wants to dominate. He's the type of guy who walks into a room full of seasoned pros and acts like he's been running the place for years. You either have that mentality or you don't. And Lewis-Skelly, he has it in abundance. The best part, he's still learning. He's already giving Premier League attackers nightmares, and he's barely scratched the surface of his potential. By the time he's 21, defenders might just start faking injuries before kickoff. If you gave Lewis-Skelly 5 minutes as a goalkeeper, he'd probably pull off a Gordon Banks save just because he can. At this point, Arsenal's academy isn't producing footballers, it's producing Avengers. He's got the confidence of a player who's been doing this for 10 years. Meanwhile, I still hesitate before ordering food at a restaurant. Some people fear failure. Lewis-Skelly fears nothing. Not even Haaland's death stare. He's 18 and playing with the poise of a veteran. Meanwhile, I'm still recovering from the pressure of my driving test. Arsenal's strategy is simple. Find a teenager who plays like he's 30, throw him into the first team and watch him embarrass seasoned professionals. Imagine being a Premier League winger preparing for a big game and realizing you have to go one-on-one against an 18-year-old who plays like he's possessed by the ghost of prime Dani Alves. The way Lewis-Skelly carries himself, you'd think he was the one with multiple Premier League titles, not some of the guys he's playing against. 2. The who the F are you moment. So let's talk about September 22nd, 2024. Arsenal versus Man City. A game so tense you could hear Guardiola's bald head sweating from the sidelines. And in the middle of all this, our boy Lewis-Skelly, who decided it was the perfect time to pick a fight with Haaland. The same Haaland who looks like he was created in a football laboratory to terrorize defenses. Haaland, visibly annoyed, hit back with the now infamous words, "Who the F are you?" Bold question, Erling. Because just a few months later, Lewis-Skelly answered it, loud and clear, by scoring against City and hitting the exact same meditation celebration Haaland made famous. Talk about poetic justice. It was the ultimate full-circle moment. Imagine a young defender standing up to one of football's most feared goal machines, getting dismissed like an over-enthusiastic ball boy, only to return months later, drop a masterclass, and rub salt in the wound with a celebration straight out of Haaland's own highlight reel. You can't script this kind of drama. That goal wasn't just about scoring, it was a statement. A declaration that this kid isn't here to make up the numbers. He's here to take over. Haaland asked, "Who are you?" And Lewis-Skelly responded with the football equivalent of, "I'm him." Imagine trying to intimidate someone, only for them to turn your own move against you. That's gotta sting. It's like roasting someone, and they come back with a PowerPoint presentation on why you're actually the joke. That celebration was basically Lewis-Skelly saying, "Remember me now?" Haaland asked, "Who are you?" Lewis-Skelly replied with a goal. Case closed. Somewhere Guardiola probably whispered, "This is why I hate playing Arsenal." Haaland went from "Who the F are you?" to "How the F did that just happen?" in record time. That celebration was like submitting your final project with a mic drop and walking out of class before the teacher can respond. Lewis-Skelly really looked Haaland in the eye and said, "Don't worry, you'll remember my name soon enough." 3. From academy wonderkid to first-team star. But let's rewind a bit. Before he was making grown men question their life choices, Lewis-Skelly was just a kid tearing it up in Arsenal's academy. He joined at 8. Alongside his best mate Ethan Nwaneri. They grew up playing together, training together, and apparently making defenders cry together. Their partnership has been Arsenal's worst-kept secret. Like if you didn't know these two were destined for greatness, you probably still believe the earth is flat. Fast forward to today, and they're both thriving in the first team. Waneri is dazzling in attack, while Lewis-Skelly is out here reinventing the left-back role. But the funniest part? Arsenal didn't even plan for him to be a left-back. Lewis-Skelly wasn't just a promising midfielder, he was the midfielder. The guy who controlled games with his powerful runs and technical mastery, the one who made opponents look like they were playing in slow motion. But Arteta saw something different. Instead of keeping him in midfield, he turned him into an elite fullback because why not? And honestly, it's working. He's taken to the role like a natural, blending defensive steel with attacking brilliance. It's like finding out your favorite actor can also sing, direct, and do their own stunts. The kid's a footballing Swiss Army knife, and Arsenal are making full use of every tool in his kit. Even Arsenal's youth coaches knew he was special. Jack Wilshere once said that Lewis-Skelly could do things you just can't coach. When a guy like Wilshere, who spent his career dribbling past grown men like a FIFA glitch, says that about you, yeah, you're different. Lewis-Skelly went from promising academy midfielders to Premier League left-back prodigy faster than I go from I'll just have one snack to I've eaten the whole fridge. At this point, Arteta's talent spotting is so good, he could probably turn a Sunday League striker into a Champions League winning centre-back. Some players need a loan spell to adapt to the first team. Lewis-Skelly just walked in like he owned the place. He went from youth prospect to first-team ballers so fast, even FIFA career mode would have flagged it as unrealistic. If he ever gets bored of playing left-back, don't be surprised if Arteta tries him as a false nine, just to see what happens. The guy spent his whole childhood dominating in midfield, and now he's casually locking down wingers in the Premier League. Versatility levels equals absurd. He's like the kid in school who's good at everything. Sports, academics, music, while the rest of us struggle to just turn in our homework on time. Jack Wilshere said he could do things you can't coach. Translation. Opponents, you're in trouble. 4. The Ashley Cole comparisons, too soon or just right. Speaking of left-backs, let's address the elephant in the room. Ashley Cole, arguably the greatest left-back the Premier League has ever seen. A man who defended like his life depended on it, and attacked like he was a secret winger. Now, is it too early to compare Lewis-Skelly to Cole? Probably. But is it fun? Absolutely. They both have that elite mentality, the fearless approach, and the ability to make wingers regret their life choices. But while Cole was all about overlapping runs and crunching tackles, Lewis-Skelly brings a modern twist, defensive solidity, and midfield creativity. The biggest difference? Cole was an out-and-out left-back from day one. Lewis-Skelly? He's a converted midfielder, which means he's not just stopping attacks, he's starting them too. He's got the vision of a playmaker, the work rate of a box-to-box engine, and the tenacity of a pure defender. If Cole was a traditional fullback, Lewis-Skelly is the 2.0 version. And let's be honest, Ashley Cole is an impossible standard to match. We're talking about a guy who was so good that he made Ronaldo switch wings. Prime CR7 actively avoided that battle. That's Hall of Fame level respect. But if there's anyone who might just have the audacity to go for that throne, it's Lewis-Skelly. He doesn't just want to be the next Ashley Cole, he wants to be the first Myles Lewis-Skelly. Ashley Cole walked so Lewis-Skelly could run, and then casually switched to midfield like it's nothing. If Lewis-Skelly keeps this up, Arsenal fans will be photoshopping him into Invincible's team pictures by next season. If he ever gets a chant, it better include "Who the F are you?" as a tribute to Haaland. Cole redefined the left-back role. Lewis-Skelly is out here rewriting the whole job description. At this rate, in a few years Arsenal fans will be arguing over whether Ashley Cole was the Lewis-Skelly of his generation. Comparing him to Cole is a compliment now, but give it a few seasons, and people might start saying, yeah, but could Cole do this? Ashley Cole was a defensive wall with turbo boosters. Lewis-Skelly is that, but with a built-in midfield engine. If you told Lewis-Skelly to play as a striker tomorrow, he'd probably score and tell Haaland to hold that. 5. The celebration police and football arrogance. Now, of course, some people had opinions about Lewis-Skelly's goal celebration. Jamie Carragher, for one, wasn't thrilled. And to that, we say, seriously. Let's get this straight. A teenage fullback scores against City, mocks the guy who tried to humiliate him, and that's what we're complaining about? Have we forgotten Jamie Vardy exists? Football needs moments like this, the drama, the pettiness, the iconic celebrations. If you're mad about it, maybe football isn't for you. Try knitting instead. But let's call it what it really is. Football arrogance. And that's a good thing. The best players in the world all have it. Ronaldo had it. Zlatan turned it into an art form. Haaland literally does the same thing every time he scores. But the moment a young English left-back does it, suddenly, it's a problem. The reality is, if you take arrogance out of football, you take out half the entertainment. These moments are why we watch. The passion, the personal rivalries, the sheer audacity of an 18-year-old hitting Haaland's own celebration in his face. You can't script that. If this upsets you, you might want to avoid watching football altogether. Maybe try watching chess instead. Oh wait, even that has drama now. Carragher probably loved it deep down. He just had to pretend to be mad for TV. If Haaland had done the same thing, we'd be calling it elite mentality. Football without a little arrogance is just cardio with a ball. If celebrating against a rival is a crime, then Jamie Vardy should be serving multiple life sentences. These people act like footballers should score, shake hands, and go home. What's next? A goal celebration licensing committee. Let's be real, if a City player had done the same thing, pundits would be calling it mind games. Haaland literally asked, "Who the F are you?" And Lewis-Skelly responded in the most disrespectful way possible. That's what football is about. The people who hate goal celebrations are probably the same ones who get mad when kids dance on TikTok. 6. The future of Arsenal's homegrown stars. But here's the real story. Arsenal's academy isn't just producing talent, it's producing a new identity. Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri aren't just exciting prospects, they're the faces of Arsenal's future. Mikel Arteta saw this coming years ago. He asked for video montages of both players within weeks of taking the job. Fast forward to today, and they're running games for Arsenal's first team. So will Lewis-Skelly become Arsenal's next legendary left-back, or will he evolve into something even bigger? Either way, Arsenal fans should buckle up, because this ride is just getting started. Closing thoughts. The rise of Lewis-Skelly. So what do you think? Is Lewis-Skelly the next Ashley Cole, or is he carving out a whole new legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more football banter. And remember, if Erling Haaland ever asks who you are, make sure you have a good answer.